Hello everybody, what's going on? My name is Kill Sight, and today I'm reviewing Teen Wolf's Silverfinger. I meant Teen Wolf, I said Teen Wolves, but there was no Teen Wolves. Oh wait a second, they are. But anyway, so Scott's being protected by the twins in this episode, so they're riding with him with their motorcycles and whatnot. We're gonna protect you, and he's like, no, I don't need your protection, whatever, because those Firefly guys are after Scott and Kira. Well, there's reasons for that, but they're looking for something. They're looking for a dark spirit or something like that. You find out later because Allison and Isaac and her father go talk to this guy, which is called the Silverfinger, because he has the silver finger, because he had the finger was cut off, or at least not the whole thing, I guess. But he explains it. I'm not going to tell you the whole damn thing, but they have to basically get into the compound where he's in, because he's in hiding. So Argent, which is Allison's father, comes up with this idea. Hey, we're going to try to sneak in while you try to sell my old gun and this and that. So Isaac has to try to sell the gun. But he's all like, I'm not a man, I'm just a boy and this and that. Then him and Allison start kissing and this, and then he becomes this businessman. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? But that's what happens. So basically Scott and Kira are hanging out. But they go to his house. The father of Scott finds out that basically they snuck into the police officer's place or whatever, his spot, and there are pictures on his laptop. And he kind of talks a little bit about Styles' father, how he'll never be able to get a job again and this and that. Styles is having problems sleeping. He's talking about a key, and there was no key. There was nothing on the wall written about him saying for that one guy to kill Kira or whatever. So Styles goes to the hospital. He has to leave school because he's not feeling okay. Talks to Scott's mom. She ends up putting some needle in him, and he passes out, finally gets some sleep. So then Kira and Scott are in Scott's house, and they're getting prepared for the for those Firefly guys or whatever the hell they're supposed to be to come. So they have the security system, which is basically just like black powder and they can't come in or whatever. And his name Derek's been following him all day long, which is cool, because I didn't even notice that. So then he shows up to help Scott when they end up appearing. But first of all, Scott's father gets there and he's like questioning him about how they got into his office or whatever. Because there are pictures on his laptop, or their picture, I don't know, he's like some spy thing on it, I don't know what that is. But then those guys appear, and then he goes after them and they cut him. One of them cuts him and he falls to the ground, he's bleeding or whatever. They try to fight these guys, and then of course Scott has to talk to Alice, and I keep wanting to call her Alice, but it's Allison. And she tells him, and he kind of figures it out, well, if they put that mark on your neck, that means that you're not the one they're after to kill. They're looking for that dark spirit. And Kira thinks that she's the dark spirit, she's evil, whatever. And Scott's saying, no, I don't see anything evil in you. So he finally just lets them get hold of him and Kira, and they put the mark on their neck. So neither one of them are evil, because it's supposed to be someone that's not themselves or whatever. But you find out later on who it is. It's Styles. He's the evil one, because whenever they come after him after he wakes up, they try to do what they do to everybody else, and he just punches right through them, and then he takes out the Firefly, and then he just crushes it, and then it disappears. And then Scott ends up going to find where Styles is at, and Styles acts like nothing happened. Because he's two different people. He's possessed by this dark spirit. I don't know how or why, whatever it was. But this episode was one of my favorite episodes. So far, this is my favorite episode of this season, or half of this season. So I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. I say I recommend this one because this is the best one. The other ones, Still not as good, to me at least. So let me know what you think about this episode. Did you like it? Was it a great episode to you? Are you going to rewatch it over and over again? Or are you just going to say, screw this episode, it sucked, and you're lying? I'm not lying, I really did enjoy it. So, give me a thumbs up. BAM!